Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carl Hutchinson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Newcastle. How are we doing tonight? Are we well? Thank you all so much for coming to see me tonight. I can't believe it, honestly. I bumped. Where's David, who's the security guard in Asda? Yeah, that's how famous I am. I know who the audience is. I saw David the day we're in Asda. I'm in Asda a lot. He works. He has to be there a lot contractually. And he went, "Oh yeah, Carl. I saw it was. This is just the day." He was like, "I saw it was being recorded, like, so I thought I'll make the effort. I'll put me jeans on." You got them on? He has, from his last. How Geordie was that response as well? That's not going to make the cut. Has he got them on? He has, And this is how much of a close-knit community I now live in. Apparently, all of my neighbours have bought tickets for tonight's evening as well. Where are they? Where's the neighbours? Yeah, back here. Hello, how are you doing? You all right? Please, throughout the course of the night, do not shout out the street name. I think the last thing we need to do is tell 1,100 people in Newcastle that there's a whole cul-de-sac in Gosforth up for grabs. Been on a diet as well for this show. Thank you. Thanks, Mum. I say diet. Do you ever think you're on a diet? Until you speak to normal people. You realise that's just how you should be living your life. All of the time. Hey, you're looking good there. You've been on this new health kick. Go, yeah, it's this new thing. Well, it doesn't really have a name. I just don't have 12 bottles every night. La-dee-da. Is that it? Well, no, I do this other thing as well. Do you know, like, just before bed, apparently, you don't need a whole curry? Where did you learn about that? I was on this morning or something, apparently you don't need, like, the rice and the chips and the naan and the curry and the onion bhajis at 5 to 11 at night. I do this other thing as well. You know when you wake up in the middle of the night and you need a wee, and you're lazy, so you lie there and you press for a bit just to see if you need to get up. That many people. Well, I get up, I have the wee and a new weight loss tip. I just don't have the rest of me curry. Oh, that's fantastic. Well done. But if I'm not drinking as well, if I try not to drink, see, I haven't drank in a week, and that's good for me. But if I'm not drinking, I can't be trusted to have alcohol in the house overnight. Ever. Because I'll just have it. It needs to be out the house. There's real people in this room. And I envy you. You've just got drink for the next time you fancy a drink. How do you manage that? You go to people's homes, go, "Oh, come in. Can I get you a glass of red or some white? Or, hey, I think we've still got some Budweiser left over from Christmas." Who are these people? Come to my house, I don't even have milk. Oh, mate, I'd love to offer you a drink, but I've just smashed the last of the out-of-date Baileys from the back of the cupboard. This morning. Didn't have any milk, it just went straight on me cornflakes. Just need to take the edge off the morning, I don't have drink in the house, but that's why I love staying in. That's why I'm genuinely amazed we've got over 1,000 people in Newcastle here tonight, because you'll never catch me going out. If it's not for work, nah. Sophie, bless her, she's always trying to get us to go out. There's a new one, shipping containers, the new thing where, I don't know what's going on there. That's Emperor's new clothes for me. I don't get it. Hey, do you want to sit outside and pay £9 for a drink? No? I want to stay in, get £9 worth of drink. I want to go out in the winter in Newcastle. Oh, but it's all right, Carl, because I've got heaters. Well, if that's the best advertisement something's got, stop in, put the heating on. That's why I'm amazed people are out, because I love staying in. I love staying in. I love getting house drunk. Give us a cheer if you get house drunk. Everyone. That was 100%. I was in, and I don't want to slag them off, but I was in Chelmsford on Thursday night. I went, give us a cheer if you get house drunk, and I said, We are the wrong audience for you, Carl. Tonight, aye! Great, I love getting house drunk. You stay in, go on Facebook, judge people, it's class. Love a bit of house drunk. There's different stages of getting drunk in the house for me, though. Stage 1, I'm definitely an emotional drunk. Like, I'll cry at any bit of telly. I've cried at Kitchen Nightmares. I haven't even seen the whole episode of Kitchen Nightmares. I've just caught the last 10 minutes. Look, it's really full. That food looks bloody lovely. Good for them. And then I'll ring people up. I'll ring people up that I haven't spoken to for years. Remember that time we went out and I jumped in the taxi before you? And you said, Carl, please don't, because I've got work in a couple of hours. And I just stuck my fingers up at you. I didn't mean it. Carl, it's fine. You did the same thing 3 weeks ago. Yeah, well, okay. Well, I'm sorry for that one as well. And then stage 2 for me, I talked to my cat. I'm going to tell you now. This show is called I Know I Shouldn't Behave Like This. It's probably the most honest show I've ever done. And I don't mind telling you straight away that I'm a cat man. Any other cat people in? Get in. Yeah, see, we're always proud. Because we always have to defend ourselves with dog people. How many dog people do I have in? Yeah. How many of those dog people don't like cats? See, I'll tell you now, right? Us cat people, we've got nothing against your dogs. But dog people, for whatever reason, I don't know why, you always get like the epsilon of like a nutter dog person that can't wait to tell you, oh, do you know when you run a dog over, you actually have to report it. But if you run a cat over, you don't. Those people are perverts. The government should be looking at their hard drive. If they don't mind saying that in public, they've got something to hide. But I do. She's called Nix, named after Stevie Nicks. She's a lovely black tabby cat. She was a stray. She came running into our lives about 6 years ago, and I just sit and I just tell her how much I love her. She lies on my chest, and she's just lovely. I say, you know, you didn't have the best start in life, you know, Nix, but make sure I've got all my beer lined up, because she's not going to let us get up for the rest of the night. Just 10 bottles of lager and a load of dreamies. Sophie comes down at 3 a.m. He's having a good night. Tell her how much I love her. She's bloody lovely. I thought it was weird talking to me cat. And then my mum and dad got a dog. You know the dog that I wanted when I was 7? They waited for me and Amy to move out the house. Can I get a dog? When you're 31, Cole. I get it, though. You know, me and Amy have moved out. They need a dog for company. It's fine. He's called Duke. He's a lovely Labrador. He's too big. He's too big for the house. As soon as the dog goes into the room, he's too big for it, you know. And everything's for Duke now as well. You've got a plan. It's a miracle I've got me mum, me dad, and me sister in the same room. Just out of interest, who's looking after Duke tonight? Dog walker. Right, there we go. So there is a solution to this. Honestly, I rang me dad once. I was in the city centre at 3:30. I went, right, me dad finishes work 3:30. Hey, Dad, do you want to go up, meet for a pint? Oh, son, I can't. I've got to get back for Duke and Cookie's chicken breast. But I went round to my mum and dad's house. It was a Saturday morning. I was there about 9 o'clock. I thought I'll surprise them. And then I saw my mum coming out of the spare room. I was like, oh, sorry. Have I caught you in the middle of an argument here? She went, oh, no, son. I just sleep in the spare room now. How long's that been going on for? A while, you know. Your dad sleeps in there with the dog. And you're all fine with that? It's easy, son. It's for the best. We've tried having him downstairs, but he just pisses all over the sofa. There's only so much Febreze we've got. So you mean to tell me that my dad no longer sleeps in a bed with his wife or the mother of his children? He sleeps in a double bed. Fucking Labrador. Do you know what my mum said? Yeah, but don't wake them up, son. They don't like to get up before 10. They've got a routine, have they? Me dad and the dog. They think it's normal. I went, you know what? I'm not going to wake them up. What I am going to do, I'm going to take a photo of me dad and Duke asleep, and I'm going to show 1,100 people in Newcastle how much of a lunatic my family are. Sorry, Dad, I know that you're just finding this out now as well. But I get me drinking from my family. I definitely do. Like, I've got the drinking gene. Amy hardly ever drinks, so like I've got her gene as well. But like I'll tell you the background of what the Hutchinson family were like at Christmas. We've just had Christmas. This is what it was like at Christmas. Christmas Eve, you leave a mince pie. And what else would you leave for Santa? Shout out. Carrots, Baileys, whiskey, milk. Wow, fucking milk. Bloody hell. What? Treble. Santa from the park. Brown ale, very civilized as well, yes. There we go. Now we've found the Jarrow contingent. That's what we would leave. Mince pie and a bottle of Stella. You wake up the next day, mince pie's still there, Stella's gone. My dad's there trying to cook. Whoa, well, Santa must have been thirsty, son. Yeah, he mustn't have fancied that mince pie. And Santa looks to have brought another 7 bottles of Stella with him as well. Must have been really thirsty, son, yeah. I thought that was all normal. You know, bottle of Carver for the Easter Bunny, right? That just me? Gin under the pillar for the Tooth Fairy. But I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to be an adult. I really am. For instance, we bought a house for the first time. Give us a cheer if you own a house. Give me a cheer if you don't. Right, those people who don't, I'm going to tell you something now that homeowners never ever want to tell you, right? I've had a house for 13 months. Do you know what it's like? It's shit! Watch all the money you've saved up for years, right? Fuck off! That's gone. Never going to see that again. What have you bought? Oh, you've bought a lovely little shithole, haven't you? Yeah. Nothing wrong with the street. The house was a shithole. Lovely street. Very supportive street. Making a good couple of £100 from that street tonight. What a lovely, lovely little shithole. But that's your shithole. You get to do that shithole up. With what money? Should have thought about that before you bought the shithole. So now I essentially live in Monopoly's Old Kent Road, so that's good. It's got all these Geordie builders in me house constantly, because I'm not enough of a real man to know how to do stuff. So I said to Sophie, I went, so help me see what the point is of owning a house. We buy it, we do it up, do we then sell it and we'll make a profit and we'll go back to renting? Oh, no. She laughed. No. Sophie's got plans. No, we never get to enjoy the house, ever. Once it's complete, we simply move on to a bigger, more unaffordable house. And then don't get too comfortable in that house, because then it's going to be family time. Then we're going to have a nice big family house with loads of family bedrooms, loads of kids running around. All right. Sounds like that's going to take a while. So when we're like 90 years old and everyone's grew up and moved out, we've got maybe 6 minutes left to live. Apologies if there's any 90-year-olds in. Do we finally get to sell the house and we can rent a bungalow and we can have money in the bank and I can order Domino's without having to check deals first? That's how you know if you're doing all right, isn't it? £20 for one pizza, no sides. Yeah, that's fine. I'm a baller. Well, no, Carl, because when we die, everything we've worked for, everything we've saved, everything we've sacrificed, all of that just gets left for the kids. So I will never see any of this money ever again. Oh, but Carl, you're giving your kids a head start in life. What's wrong? Do you not want your kids to do well? No. I mean, I want them to do well, but I want them to work for it. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to have lazy swine children. I don't even want my friends to do well. And I know who they are. I'll level with you now. I don't get happiness from other people's happiness. Quite frankly, I don't know who does. I'm not a nice man. I get happiness from people falling over and people missing the bus. That's it. Especially if it's your bus. You ever been on the bus and you watch somebody miss your bus? It's fabulous. Because you're there, you're on the top deck, the bus stop's all the way over there. You see the guy running there, ooh. Oh, he's got no chance. I could press the bell, but I don't want to. Fuck him. So we bought the house. We did the bathroom up first. That was the first thing that needed to be done. Because the bathroom was split into 2 rooms. You know, got like bath and sink. And you've got the other room where it's just toilet. Just door. Toilet roll holder digging into your ribs. Trying to shite in a BT phone box. If you're a big lad like me, you give up and go sideways. So we knocked that wall through. So it meant I had no bathroom for 3 weeks. So every time I needed to go, every time I had to go for a wee, I was going in the garden. Quite frankly, I didn't mind that. I've kept that up for 13 months. Every time I had to do the other thing, I was going to Asda. How I met David. Now, Asda is 8 minutes away from my home, 4 if you run, and I discovered that the hard way. Because I realized from telling this story, there are 2 types of people. Some people get to wake up, actually get to choose when they go to the bathroom. They get to walk around all day and be like 3 in the afternoon. It's like, oh, hey, I haven't been for that shite yet. I better go. Next chance I get, because there's no rush. That's not me. I never get to choose. It chooses me. Give me a cheer if you think you're like me. Yeah, some of us are brave enough to admit that. Do you know when we wake up? About 3 seconds before we poo the bed. That's how our days begin. What day is it? Doesn't matter. Got to the point I had to sleep in my clothes. Just to save like 3 seconds. Now, this was a good little routine I was getting in. And I dare say, I got a tad overconfident. And on the 23rd of December, I made Sophie and I a Thai red curry for dinner. Aye. Suddenly, Asda was out of bounds. So now I've got about 30 seconds before it all kicks off. It's like, right, what are you going to do? Can't go in the garden, because I've got a cat. And that's only going to confuse the poor little thing. I've already moved a house. This is the second time I've moved a house. If she sees her dad, that's right, her dad, going in the same place she goes, that's just going to... Plus, I've got neighbours as well. That should be the number one priority. Imagine the neighbours look over the fence to see who's moved it. Hello, you all right? I've got a cat. She'll bury it. It's fine. Don't worry. Oh, well, let us know if you need anything. How about a bit of privacy? How about that? So out of options, out of time, I found myself at age 30 scurrying into my garage. Shat in a bin bag. I've had better Christmas Eves. Now, you might be thinking, Carl, how do you do that into a bin bag? Well, I'm glad you asked. What you don't do, and I emphasize do not, and this is how I ruined bin bag number one. What you don't do is attempt to pierce 2 holes with both legs. And wear it like a nappy. Because you're not going to get a clean rip, are you? You're not going to get the desired elasticity. So now that's gone. So now 1 bin bag down. On the 2nd bin bag now as well. So you've got to... I only do this action for 2 things. The first one was wafting a bin bag. And the other one, I've been trying to do this since I was about 16 years old. I'm 31, I've had 15 years, I've had a good crack at it. I'm going to say now, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how, I'm an idiot, I don't know how to put a duvet cover onto a duvet. Now, look, I don't know if there's any other method, but lads, back us up. We have to climb into the duvet cover. Somehow you got to get the thing, got to get it up, got to align, scrunch, out, hold, out, scrunch. All right, here we go. When shitting in a bin bag, you never want to be looking. You should never be facing the bin bag. If you can see the bin bag, you're going to have a manky shite. So what I'm going to do, you need to feed it around. It needs to be behind you. You need to have the bin bag behind you. Now, there's no signs for this. You won't find it in any textbooks. You just got to go for it. Arse in! Legs out. Keep your legs out. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not a sleeping bag. If you're posh and you've got drawstrings on your bin bag, use them. Oh, and lads, you got to tuck your knob as well, don't you? Because you do a little wee when you go, don't you? You don't want to, it's just an unexpected bonus ball, isn't it? You're like, oh, now this. Just your knob going, hey, what's all this, eh? How come I wasn't invited? If he's going, I'm going. I told my mates that happened to me as well. They said, Carl, that's karma. That's all the horrible things you've done in your past are coming back to get you. So there you go, congratulations. And you know what? I can get on board with karma. I think 6 years old, that was the first time I remember being a real jerk. I remember my mum would take me shopping and she would bump into a friend. When you're a toddler, you have not known boredom like watching your mum talk to another friend. You don't have phones, you don't have iPads, you've got nothing. You don't even have a lift home. You just have to stand there and write it out. So many false goodbyes. I'll see you in a bit. I'll see you at John's. John's? You not heard about John? Oh, well, fuck. Oh, this is going to go on forever. And I just used to get bored and I would protest. My protest of choice, I just used to lie down wherever I was. It's great. You ever do that as a kid? Lie down. It's the right arsehole thing to do, isn't it? Your mum will just go, hello, Sharon. I did... Oh, Carl's bored. Come on, let's go. Sorry, Sharon, I'll talk to you when I'm 55. It would be great if you could do that as an adult, though, wouldn't it? That would get you out of so many situations, wouldn't it? So next time you say, and I'm thinking of getting this tattoo on the back of my leg. Oh, fuck off that. But I think back to a year ago. A year ago is another reason I could be getting the karma to come back for me. I was at the airport. I was flying domestically with my mate, comedian Chris Ramsey, and we were going from... And we were flying from Newcastle to Southampton. And by the way, it's a long tour. You're on the road with somebody for 9 months. The standard, like, you see each other more than you see your actual family or loved ones. Sorry, and or love, not that my family aren't loved ones, obviously. But it's just you two together for 9 months. The standard of trying to keep each other entertained is so low. You will do anything. And I struck up a conversation with a stranger just to try and get a rise out of Chris. And now what happened was, I like to get on the plane first as well, by the way. I'm one of those people. How many people like to get on the plane first? See, there's not many of us, right? Because there's everyone else, smug people, aren't you? You sit there, you just go, oh, well, you know, Carl, you're not going to get there any quicker. But I still, do you know what I mean? It's people at the airport who don't know how to walk. Like, the people learn to walk at the airport. You see them? Watch, he pushing past for you, you're not going to... You're not going to get there any quicker. I don't know why you're pushing past. You're not going to get there any quicker. I'd love to just do that face anytime I'm annoyed to somebody. Do you know when you're at a hotel and the key forgets that it lets you in, so you have to go to reception and you have to ask for another key, and they always go, oh, have you had the key near your phone? Because sometimes if it's near your phone... Just give us me fucking key. And I spot somebody else doing the same thing as me. We're both just like trying to like just get ahead of everybody. You know? We got nowhere. We're just going back and forth. And And I saw him, and I love seeing somebody who does the same behavior as me. It makes us feel less alone. It makes us feel almost justified or vindicated that my behavior is normal, and it's most certainly not. For example, of being the same, me and Sophie went for a meal at a French restaurant, and I wore like a lovely white shirt, I love lovely grey pants, and I love brown shoes. And I got there, and I was dressed exactly like the waiters. And I was buzzing. Sophie was like, "Are you not embarrassed?" I was like, "No!" High five. Went round, nicked everyone's tips. Didn't have to pay for a thing. It was great. So I see this guy doing the same thing as me, just like that, same thing as me. And now, just to try and get a laugh out of my friend, I just locked eyes with him, and I just went, "However, me and you, quick, let's race, come on." See, it wasn't a great joke, but the standard is so low. He didn't appreciate it. He started swearing at me. They were mainly American insults, but it was with a European accent. He just went, "Jackass!" And whoa, mate, there's no need for that. Sorry, I was just trying to get ahead, I was just trying to get a laugh out of me, mate. We were doing the same thing, trying to go on the plane. He went, "Yeah, jackass, fuck you." Now, look, there's no need for that. I'm sorry, I started this, okay? I apologize. I went, "Fuck you and fuck your mom." Sorry, Mom. Now, I shouldn't have said what I said back to him. I said, "I hope the whole plane goes down and we all die." I don't mind dying as long as you're dead. If you're dead, I'll be dead and happy as well. And I caught the guy trying to take a photo of me as well. And I mean, there's two ways. If you see somebody taking a photo of you, you can either choose to be offended. "Oh, how dare you? This is an invasion of my privacy. Oh, what the devil." Or you can embrace it, because he's going to tell his friends about you. Wouldn't you rather have a face to match the story of what a dick this guy is? So I saw the guy, and I swear I looked right down the lens of his phone, and I just went... Should have just laid down. But I'm no saint as well. I'm no saint at airports. I went on a stag do, and, Geordie stag do, Newcastle stag do, 1 o'clock flight. So you get to the airport for around about 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Or you got to get through the security. Security that takes 12 minutes. Yeah, you got to get there. Got to get the first metro. You got to get there. You get your Greggs. You get through. And you have 8 pints. So I had me 8 pints before the flight. Said so right on the ticket. Half off Greggs. Get the 8 pints. Now I get on the plane. Now I don't like drinking lager on the plane, because I don't think they refrigerate it correctly. I think it's always just like a lukewarm, just cup of tea temperature. You know what I mean? Just, do you want to pay like lukewarm prices, £6 for a warm can of Heineken? No, I am not in a shipping container. No, No, I do not want to pay £6 for a can of Heineken. So I switch to gin and tonics, because you can put ice. You can't put ice in lager. So many rules. So I'm on the plane, and this is how much of a good drink I had. This is how much I enjoyed the stag do. We either went to Tenerife or Portugal. Couldn't tell you. No idea. Couldn't tell you. So I had 13 gin and tonics on the flight. I know I shouldn't. I was enjoying myself. Holidays. That's always the reason, isn't it? That only works in the Northeast as well. Why did you have 21 drinks before you landed? Holidays. Why did you take 10 years off your life? It was on me holidays. And I've never had this before, and I'm embarrassed to say, and I know I shouldn't go on like this, but I got cut off on the plane. I was told I was not allowed a 14th gin and tonic. But why? Why can't I have my gin and tonic? Please? I've only sat here. I haven't done anything. A bit of piss. Oh, mate, it's easy, Jay. I'd expect a bit of... It's only mainly on myself. It's pissed myself. I'm not doing any harm to anyone else. Please. And I really wish I was making this up. But it wasn't until one of my friends came over and slapped me in the face, I realized the reason I was not allowed the 14th gin and tonic is because I was no longer on the plane. I was at passport control. So this poor guy is trying to let us into his country. And I'm just there going, sir, please, can I see your passport? You see my passport when I get that gin and tonic. Miracle that I got let through the country. Absolute miracle. So now we jump into the pool to sober up. Now we begin the night drinking. Now I already know I'm gone, so I do like the emergency drunk but going on a night out routine. You know, the bare essentials. €40, so in case you get mugged, you know, it's not much, right? And then ID, driving license, so you don't forget your name. That's it. So I've got that. So we'll go out drinking. And it got to about 2, 3 in the morning. I was like, right, lads, that's it for me. 30's enough. Let's go. So it's me and 2 other me mates. We're all sharing in the one room. I went, wait a second there, lads. I just need to go have a wee in the middle of the street. Because I'm class. Wait there, lads. Obviously, they didn't wait there. They just carried on their journey. I turn around to see that my friends have deserted me. I don't know where I am. Tenerife or Portugal. Couldn't tell you. Don't know how far it was from the stag to the hotel, or the hotel to here. How long the taxi was, or... All right. Now you've got to find your way home. And you don't know the name of the hotel. Best of luck. So I just employed what I thought was a foolproof method of walking into every hotel that I saw along the way, just holding up my ID and just going, excuse me, mate, am I staying here? Please. And I realized it was time to change this strategy up when I went into my 8th hotel. And the guy just started laughing his head off. And he went, sir, you have been here 3 times already. I'm going to die. I'm going to die here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this. And then drunk call kicks in. Everyone's got the drunk side. How many people have the drunk side, but actually tries to help for the sober person in the morning? Yeah, see what? Some people have the drunk version. Drunk call's great. I love drunk call. I can't tell you how many times I've woke up from a night out and went, oh, I said I'd do the dishes, but I can't. I don't think I did the dishes. And you go downstairs and you go, hey, drunk call! Drunk call done the dishes. I mean, obviously I had to do them again. Apparently you can't lick them clean, can you? But drunk call tries, and that's what counts. So drunk call manages to get a phone, borrow or lend. I don't know what it is, and if you correct people, you're a wanker. I managed to get the phone. I managed to log into Facebook, access the group chat from 9 months previous when the hotel was being discussed, found it. Plios, Americanos, Plios, Americanos, Plios, Americanos. Got your Plios, Americanos. I go into the taxi and hello, Plios, Americanos. He went, certainly, that'll be €10. I give him me last €10. He went, it's there. You know what? That was the best €10 I ever spent. That took no time at all. I go back to the hotel room. I am absolutely livid. I am shouting at both of them. One of them's asleep on the sofa bed. The other's asleep. You know, I was in that room with him. You know when it's two single beds, but it's stag do, so you've got about that much daylight between you and your mate who's lying there with his arse out because it's hot. And shouting at his arse. Selfish! Selfish! What a selfish bunch of swines! You couldn't wait 2 minutes on the first night while I'm trying to have a wee in public like a decent citizen. You couldn't wait. What a horrible And I realized it was time to stop shouting when the one on the sofa over here, he didn't stir. The other one just went, Who's that? Is that someone? Oh, no. We'll reconvene in the morning. But he's not getting off lightly. You know what I did? There was a fan in my room already, and he had a fan. There were 2 fans in the room because there was no aircon. But you know what I did? I stole his fan. I'm going to sleep with, because I need a fan. I need 2 fans. I need one for my body, and then after that 45-minute walk, I needed one for that as well. Because that was like Jumanji. So I lay there. I had one stationary fan on my backside, had the other one oscillating on me, so hopefully they're both too uncomfortable as they possibly can be. And I'm lying there, and I've just got my boxer shorts on. And I was like, right, well, this isn't really cutting it, but I don't want to sleep with nothing on over the covers when my mate's already naked. So I just kind of pulled my boxer shorts like halfway down here, and just like, so I'll have the fan here. And I'll get up early so nobody has to see this, and I'll be fine. And then, so this is how I slept. Boxer shorts, fan, fan. Now the mate who was staying in the sofa bed, he wakes up at about 4 a.m. for a wee, and the rest of his curry. And he glances into the bedroom, and he said he saw one of the worst sights he has ever seen in his life. Because he doesn't know what's going on. Now, obviously, you know, he's been roasting all night, so he takes back both fans, puts them into his room, and then he goes and he has to have another look. And he said, Carl, that is one of the worst sights I have ever seen. Nay, that is one of the worst photos I have ever taken. How did it get to the point that I am on stage in front of 1,100 people, literally showing me arse for a living? I wasn't always that bad. I was a good kid. I did the Duke of Edinburgh Award. I studied hard. I got good results. Duke of Edinburgh Award, by the way. Anyone else do that? Yeah. Did it help anyone? Of course it didn't. No. Why do you do the Duke of Edinburgh Award? Because it looks good on your record of achievement. Remember that? Anyone get sold that bill of goods as well? Oh, you have to do everything. You can't leave after you finish your exams. No, you have to spend 2 weeks writing down everything you've done at school to put it into a folder called a record of achievement. You might as well call that the big folder that nobody will ever care about, ever. The big folder that is going to live in your mum and dad's loft. But I was such a loser, man. Any of you do what I did? Any of you ever go to an interview when you were 17 with your record of achievement? Might as well just, no, next, he's not getting the job. Trying to get a bar job. Well, why do you think you'll be good in the Old George? I was a house captain. I played 5-a-side when I was 16. And in year 9, I was Scrooge in the play. I don't think you're cut out for this job. What do you think? You're going to impress somebody? Well, that's all I need to hear. Welcome to NASA. I think one of the best things I've ever done, I did by accident. I did it last year. I was working in Liverpool. I was doing the Friday, Saturday. And I stay over on the Friday. so I can have a lie-in on the Saturday, drink as much as I like on the Friday, and then I leave. But around about 12 o'clock, I go via McDonald's, and I get myself a Big Mac meal, large, get a double cheeseburger, and then I get 9 nuggets as well. That's me, extra greedy sod in me. That's fat Carl trying to get out all the time. I didn't used to get 9. I used to get 6. But now you order from the machine. It's great. You don't have like another human judging you, do you? You got that machine there just going, hey, do you want 9? Aye. Yeah, I want 9. Where's your friend, 20? Oh, well, he's on a separate greedy bastard page. All right, 9 will be fine. You're not going to tell anyone, are you? Well, how can I? I'm a machine. You realize you've made the error when the human gives you the food. You know you've ordered too much in McDonald's when they give you it in the handles. There you go, you fat pig. Try not to kill yourself tonight. Try not to give yourself diabetes. So I check into the hotel, and I'm planning on just sitting on top of my bed, eating all the food, going to sleep, maybe roll over on a barbecue dip. Great night. Don't feel sorry for me. I look forward to it. But I'll go onto the 3rd floor, and there's a man just lying down. He's just lying down on the 3rd floor in the middle of the corridor, face down, backpack on. Kind of like a turtle. It's weird. And he's motionless as well. He's going, excuse me, mate. I'm down here. As if you're going to miss him. Johnny, excuse me, sorry about that. Now, there's no nice way to say this, so I'll just say this. The man's had an argument with his wife. He's like, yeah, stuff you. Slammed the door shut. He's went round the corridor. He's got Parkinson's. And then he's collapsed. And he's been lying there motionless because the staff weren't going up and down doing the rounds. So this is a very serious situation that I'm now just involved in straight away. You just plugged in. You can't ignore that. So this is a very serious situation. So I put the McDonald's down. Kept an eye on it. Right. Might have been a scam. You don't know. His wife could have been in on it. He lies there. I put the McDonald's down. His wife runs, nicks the McDonald's, sell 9 nuggets between 2. Keep that up all night. You got a good racket going. So he's there, and he's got these adrenaline pens in his pocket here. And he goes, right, Carl, I need to take the pen out. I need to take it out. You need to inject us in the left arm. Right, left a bit, down, up a bit, up, right a bit. It's like live and kicking. I was like, yeah, mate, I've had about 10 drinks here. Like, I don't think I should. Can we not get your wife? How bad was the argument? He went, do not get the wife. Right, bloody hell. Okay. So if you know anyone with Parkinson's, as soon as the adrenaline's in, it takes about 30 seconds. Bang! Like, right. I'm all right now. I went, Kevin. Call Kevin. I went, Kevin, don't worry. I'll wait with you here. I phoned the ambulance. I'll wait with you as long as you need. Now, one thing that people on the phone ask is the patient breathing and is the patient conscious? And I said, don't worry, Kevin. I told them no, so they'll come quicker. He said, well, don't do that, you idiot. And, well, I liked you a lot better when you weren't as animated, Kevin. Why do I not do that? He said, well, what if somebody isn't breathing and is unconscious, and then they come to us first, and somebody could die because of that lie? Oh, wow. I am not capable of thinking that selflessly. If I'm honest, I can only ever be honest with you, the only thing that was ever going on in my head for that full 47 minutes how cold that McDonald's is getting. Because you only get so long with all of them. That's why I'd never order McDonald's. You don't know how long. No, forget it. No. Warm Heineken. Forget it. No. So now I'm talking to him, and I'm like, all right, so you've had this for a while then, have you? It's that, maybe I could heat the Big Mac up on the hotel iron, perhaps? That might work. Toast the buns on the iron. That would. So yeah, what 10 years? Oh man, bloody hell! And you don't work because. And I wonder if I filled the kettle, poached the burgers in the kettle, couldn't you? Yeah, I'll wait. They've been about half an hour now. I'll wait with you here, mate. But maybe I could see if reception's got some sellotape. Tape a bunch of nuggets to the radiator. That could work. I mean, that McFlurry's gone. I'll tell you that now. That's melted. That I could drink that. I did. It wasn't nice. And Kevin said the one thing you never ever want somebody to say to you as a comedian. Because we said, what do you do for a living? I'm a comedian. Do you know what he said? I could really do with a joke about now. Talk about a tough crowd. Audience of one. It's like my first 5 years of the Edinburgh Festival. 3 a.m, trying not to wake anybody else up. There's me, Kevin, most selfless man I've ever met. Hey, do you ever laugh at people falling over? No, that's not going to work, no. Do you ever get bored and lie down? Oh, no, sorry, scrap that. That's... The paramedics arrived. I'm the hero. They don't know all of these McDonald's thoughts were going on in my head. They went, Carl, for waiting with him, we need more people in this world like you. I went, honestly, if you've seen the show, if you've seen what Newcastle have seen, you would say less, definitely. They went, no, Carl, we need more people in this world like you. I went, honestly, you don't know when we need more. They twisted my arm. After a while, I thought, damn bloody right. Not less, ladies and gentlemen, more. More people who piss and moan about tables and lamps and being an adult and buying a house. More people who laugh at people when they fall over. More people who laugh at people for missing a bus. More people who care more about the welfare of a McDonald's than that of another human being. This is the man in front of you, not less. More bloody people like me. So I was shitting in this bin bag. Because I haven't told you how I've got rid of it yet, have I? All I've done is the actual thing. Now you need to dispose of it. That's twice as bad. Because you can't just put it in the wheelie bin, because you're not a nutter. So now I'm thinking, right, how do I get rid of this on the sly? Well, I know 10 minutes away, people walk the dog in the park. Ding, 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 dog shit bin. So there's me. With no dog, 30-litre bin bag, shite! But I got caught. One guy just went, hey, what you doing? What you doing? Where's your dog? I don't know what to say. I was blown away by this. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming. If you didn't come, I wouldn't have a job. And there's not a second I don't think about that. Thank you very much. There's one more thing I want to cover in the show. I slagged off the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Now, I shouldn't have done that because it doesn't matter what your views are, it does a lot of good for a lot of kids. If it wasn't for the Duke of Edinburgh Award, I would not have entered the debating society when I was at school. That's right, I was a real winner. And my school wouldn't have won the national competitions. We got to travel all over Europe representing the UK. And I've got some slides to show you here. This was the national competitions here. This was in Durham. There's me at the top centre, fucking prefect dick. This was the... If I'm honest, I think I'm just happy I got served. That was Norway. That was Norway as well, I believe. That was Switzerland. That was Germany. Oh, by the way, look at Mr. Topman 2003 to the left there. Writing on the shirt, that's never going to go out of style, is it? Shitty little silver chain as well that he thought was class. The reason I'm telling you this is because 3 months ago, I got a Facebook message from this man. This is Bastio from Estonia. And he said, Carl, I haven't spoken to you for 15 years. Would you mind telling me why my cousin has posted a photo of you on Facebook at an airport?